What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode, and for this video I'm going to be doing a back test on the S&P 500, or otherwise known as US 500. So I'm going to be doing the back test on that, and the aim of the back test, this is something I normally do on the weekends, right? Or this is obviously depending on when you're seeing this, because I'm doing quite a lot of back testing today, so I'm just going to record them all and just upload them throughout the course of the week. But this is what I normally do. I normally back test all of the trading strategies just to refine it and try to get it as perfect as I can possibly get it for when I'm actually trading live markets, right? The only way you get better is you have to keep practicing. Okay, so now we're going to begin the actual back test. So now we're going to turn on all the drawings. So they're all here, fantastic. Okay, we're going to bring in the moving averages. So that's them doing their thing. And I'm restricting my view to the 5 minutes. So I cannot go any higher. So I can't go to a higher time frame to guess where price is moving. I can only use the 5 minutes to make decisions as I trade, right? That's the only thing I can do. So based on that, let's go. Okay, so we're in the game now. We're in the game. Okay, so let me just have a quick look to see exactly what's going on in this space over here. So a quick look. So we have a clear uptrend over here. So we have quite a clear uptrend. Market is going up this way. Okay. Okay, so market's going up. So let's just follow it and let's see what it does. Okay. According to the MACD, price is going to start to fall again, but what kind of fall is it going to be? So let's just hit play and then let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Okay, let me just pause it for a second. So this is a low. Okay, cool. The good thing with the 5 minutes is that you can have really tight stops, a really solid tight stop. Okay, so hit pause. So what I'm going to do at this level over here, normally I would have wanted to take this sell from up here, right? Actually, do you know what? Yeah, I'll take the sell. I'll take the sell. I'll take the sell. So we take the sell from here, right? Maximum stop that I can ever use is 40 pips. Anything under 40 pips we're good. So we're going to take that and then we're going to say, okay, cool, we're going to do 69 pips as a potential TP. Let's see if you get it. Let's see if you get it or if we don't. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Prices continue to push down, which is fantastic. Okay, at this point, I can bring my stop up to 20. Imagine me bringing my stop down up to 20 and then it just goes through and just takes me out. All right, it's looking bad now. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. Oh, damn it. All right, cool. Wait, stop. So I had it at 40 pips. So let's just see what would have happened if I kept it at 40. Well, I had it at 30. Sorry, 30. All right, so I've just risen my stop right to 30, but I've lost this trade, so I'm not going to run it as I've won this trade. I've lost it. Right, TP was hit, but however, I'm just going to run it forward and let's just see if it does go down or if it doesn't. because one of my main reasons for doing these back tests is just so that I know that I have a really good template to actually take into the live markets when I trade, right? So if I should just keep the 40 pip stops as a standard, or if I am able to be flexible in terms of how I use my stop. So there's quite a lot of learning in this for me in terms of how I move forward, right? So we're just watching this now, but I have lost this trade. This trade is lost. As a matter of fact, we're not even going to muck around here. We're just going to keep it as that. So this is where I moved my stop to. I lost this trade. This trade has been lost. Let's move this up a bit. Okay, and let's just watch what the rest of the market is doing. But we are about to get an MA cross right now. We're definitely in the market to get an MA cross. See if I was to zoom in. We can see it actually has crossed over. So it has crossed. So this is this thing do its thing. So we're just going to wait and see what price does. Okay. I think I might just speed it up just a little. Okay. And this MACD that I'm using is actually really good. This one that we got here, right? So this is the impulse MACD that I'm using at the moment. And what it does is when price goes into a range, it just flatlines, right? So as you can see, we've got some kind of, well, we still got the histogram showing, but it's giving us a lot of flats, which is perfect for what is actually happening in this zone at the moment. So with this happening, you're like, you're not really, well, I'm not really in a hurry to actually do anything. And remember, it's in an area where I don't want to take any trades. So it's just reinforced my my mindset of not doing anything as it stands right now. So I won't be doing anything. I'm just going to be waiting until it gets back into the zones that I like to take, that I like to make moves in. So let's just see. You're just going to just keep flatlining. Okay, let me make this a little bit. I'm just trying to spot areas where we could get a potential violent push. Okay, so we've got something down here. Okay, so it's broken through. Because there's actually an order block sitting over here, a little 5-minute one. It's broken through it, so which is fantastic. Let me speed this up a bit more. Okay, so now we slow this back down to the 1. And let's see what it does. Okay. So right now it's in a zone now where I could think about making plays. So we just skimmed it. So let's hit pause. Let's get a much better picture as to what's actually happening right now. Okay. So the picture is good, but it's not clear. It's not a clear one. Let's see what it does. So the first trade went terrible. Let's see the next trade that I do. It's gonna have some hope in it. Okay, so it's flying all the way down again. It is flying. Okay. So we now have a crossover over here. Okay, right? And one thing that I also want you guys to bear in mind, I mentioned these crossovers quite a lot, okay? But you shouldn't solely rely on them. It is dangerous to do so, all right? It's just good when it appears. It helps with the thinking process in terms of what we're going to do next. But this is not to tell you do this because it's done that. No, you don't use this like that. Not you don't. It's, well, you can if you want to, right? You can if you want to, but I don't use it in that fashion at all. I don't do that because it's dangerous. It's dangerous because you have to look at it when it appears and what you do when it appears, right? So say for example, we're just going to take this back for a minute and just analyze this X for a moment, right? Yes, when it appeared and what was happening when it did. Okay, right? So we're watching, let's wait. Okay, so we've got the X that has separated on this level right now. Okay, so it's saying it's time for a sell. That is what it's saying. All right, so let's just take that. I could be right, but I have a feeling I'm going to be wrong. So we're just going to turn around and just going to say, you know what, we're just going to stick to my rules of the game, which is 40 pip stop. We're going to do a full 40, right, which is this over here. And we're just going to say we're just going to do 1 for 1. 1 for 1, right? Okay, let's see. Now remember one thing, I don't normally take trades in this zone. We're just doing this as an example as to why I don't trust this, right? Now I'm doing this live. So what could happen is it could actually go in the way that I don't want it to go, because I'm saying that these things can be relied upon, but not too much, right? So if it goes my way and it hits TP, I would have been wrong, that would have been right. If you then take that concept into the live market and you solely rely on it, you're gonna learn what I already know. Okay, you're gonna learn what I already know, all right? Like, there's a number of things that you wanna use before you absolutely say that this X means anything, this crossover means anything. So let's just see what it does. We're just gonna follow it through. You know, actually, let me just speed this up a little bit. Just give it a little bit of juice. Okay. Okay. Actually, let me speed this up a little bit more. Right, well. Okay, so for all you guys watching, it clearly looks like this X is something that you absolutely want to follow. Me personally, I know better. Like I say, it's not I know better than you, by the way. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I've learned the hard way, and this does work. It does work, right? But however, you kind of want to be careful how you play around with this. You really want to be careful. So let's go back to the one again. So it's in the zone now where I can place a trade. So this one here is, I would just say it was a good trade, but it's I won't count that in as a winning trade. So that's there, but we're just gonna put X on it. Let me just put X on it because that was just there to highlight a situation that went terribly wrong in terms of what I was trying to showcase and what actually happened. So let's go. So now we're in a zone, right, where I want to be placing trades, actual trades, right? So first I'm going to pause this, I'm going to zoom out, I'm going to see where it is, where it is, right? Okay, we're gonna see where it is, and this is what it's doing right now. Normally I would jump into the higher time frame just to give me a really good indicator as to what price really wants to do. And okay, all right, so now I have an idea as to what to do. Just gonna hit play on that and see what we get. Okay, so at this point right now, this is a risky move. This is a risky move, but my stop is nice and tight, right? It's nice and tight. So we're gonna go in with a buy right now in this position. My TP for this location can be 20, right? I mean, my stop loss can be 20, and my TP I'm going to set up here. So I'm targeting 100 pips right now. So let's go. Let's see if we're right and let's see if we're wrong. You know what, let me just add a bit of speed to this. Let's add a bit of speed. Okay, is it going to take me out or is it not gonna take me out? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right, let's hit pause. Let's drag this along a little bit. As you can see, the MACD over here is flatlining. Okay, it's flatlining, so at some point we're going to be getting a market breakout. The question is, what direction is it going to go in? Because we're already in a trade right now. Okay, I'm assuming it's going up this way, but it could definitely go down that way, right? So let's just find out what it does. I actually like using this MACD, the impulsive MACD. I find it really useful. I've just started back testing it, and so far I kind of like it. So let's see what it does. Okay, let's drag this along. And we have a cross over here, right? So we have a cross over here. So that is really good. And as it stands, we have 20 pips. We have roughly around 20 pips in profit over here. Okay, roughly. So we have a 1-for-1 at the moment. Let me go back and see how much we lost on that last trade that we did. So that last trade, we lost 9 pips on that trade. Okay, so based on where price is right now in regards to this trade, right, we've actually made back a little bit of our loss on here, but it only becomes real, well, it only becomes hypothetically real once our TP is hit or we get to a nice level where we can bring in a trading stop. So at this point, I wouldn't want to bring in a trading stop. I wouldn't want to bring in a trading stop at all until I at least made back a substantial amount of what I've already lost. Right, so if I did, I would have been closed out right now. So just drag this along a little bit some more. Let's drag this along. Let's just see if we get there. And bearing in mind, we have a cross over here. We could get another one that just completely takes us out. And we have another one that's moving in the opposite direction. Just hit pause. And you see what I mean by these crossovers with the MACDs. I mean, not the MACDs, sorry, with the moving averages, right? When done on the 5 minutes, sometimes, yeah, you get a result like this, which is great, okay? But a lot of the times you get results like this, right? Where it just completely screws you. So hence why I'm like, look guys, you got to be careful. I'm super happy that I've gotten this result, but we can now see this result over here as well. All right, hence why I'm like, listen, you got to be cautious when you're using these indicators. You got to bring in a whole number of tools in there as well, just to help you assess the overall direction. So one thing I want to do now is I want to see how long we've been in this trade for. So I'm just going to turn on sessions. So we've been in this trade for going 2 days now. Going almost 2 days. We've been in this trade for, right? Almost 2 days. Okay, so it's gone red. Okay, the level where I've made my entry is a very, very, very good level where I've made my entry, because as we can see price has come into this zone a number of times and it keeps being rejected, which basically means for me there's a very good chance it's gonna hit the TP that I set. There's a very good chance it's gonna hit the TP that I set. So let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it going. Okay. So in all fairness with this trade, I definitely would have had a trailing stop in, and chances are I would have been stopped out already. Alright, I would have had a trailing stop in here. Right, but I'm just going to ride this out and see if it goes to TP. See if it actually goes to TP or if it doesn't. There is a level that when it gets there, I would definitely bring in a TP, and if it goes below that, then we just have to accept it as what it is. But let's just see. Actually, let me speed this up a little bit more. Speed this up a little bit more, because I reckon we can do quite a fair bit of testing in this in this overall video that we're doing right now. Okay. Okay. So we've lost this trade. So we have lost this trade, but there were plenty of opportunities where we could have taken profit. But I'm going to take this trade as a loss. I'm going to take this as a loss. Right. But if this was in real life, I definitely would have gotten paid. Because let's analyze this whole situation for a second. See what I would have done. Okay. Actually, lock this in place. Let's lock this in place for now. Okay, so there was a couple of instances when I would have brought in a trailing stop. Okay, so the first instance is this over here. So this level over here. Whoops. So this level over here, I could have brought in a trailing stop. All right. If I missed that, if I missed this level, okay, and it came all the way down, I definitely would have had a trailing stop in this location as well, right? So I know that this one here, this overall trade would have been profitable. I would have won profits, but we've lost this trade. I'm going to mark it down as a loss, right? So as it stands, we have not gained anything in any trade so far. We haven't won anything, right? So let's see what's happening right now. Okay. And I can see that the structure that I have drawn, it has broken. It has broken and it's gone below the level that I would normally be looking for it's gone below a level over here that I'll be looking for to make decisions. So if it closes above, I look for buys. If it closes below, I look for sells. So as it stands right now, I'm looking for sells right now. I'm only looking for sells. So let me unlock this. Let's bring this back a bit. Bring this over here. Okay, and then I'm going to take this to say about 3. We're going to hit play. Let's see what it does. Okay, so as it stands right now, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a sell. I'm going to take a sell. And once again, the point of this backtest is not for me to show you perfect trading. That's not why I'm doing this at all. I'm doing this to refine the skills. So I want to make sure that the logic that I take into real world trading is what I'm implying. It's not what I'm implying, it's what I use doing these trades, and to find out if obviously if it's solid or not. So the first one is risk management. What is the absolute maximum a risk on a trade? Is 40 pips. It will only ever be 40 pips, no more, no less, right? Or it can be a little bit less, but no more than 40 pips. And I hold for however long I need to hold it for, and we bring in trading stop if we need to bring in trading stops, and obviously and all the rest of it, right? So roughly, let's pause for a minute. So I'm in a hole by 30 pips right now. So I'm in a hole 30 pips, right? We're 30 pips in the hole, and we just want to know how we're going to get it back, how fast we're going to get it back. So let's just see what happens. If it's going to do me dirty again. Okay. And normally I would have a trading stop, but literally we're not doing no trading stops for these back tests. Actually, you know what? Yes, we're not doing any trading stops for these back tests. I think it's done. Yeah, I think it's done. I think it's done, guys. I think it's done. Okay, so let's take a look to see what we could have won, right? So in all fairness, right, these trades over here, if I was doing them in real life, I would have won every single one with the exception of this one. This one was a genuine loss, right? But these ones I would have won. Okay, this one here, I don't think I would have taken this trade because it was outside of the zone that I normally like to trade in. So this one here would have been a loss as well. All right, so this one's a negative trade, but this one would have been a win, and this one would have been a win as well because I would have had a trading stop, especially when it came down this low. Right, I would have had a trading stop about here somewhere, okay, which basically means that I probably would have been closed out with a little bit of profit. And this one here, I had so many opportunities to have a trading stop in there. It's just ridiculous, right? I had 1, 2, and 3. I had 3 opportunities to bank, right, which would have been greater than what I had lost over here. So I know I would have taken those gains. So, but however, the point of this back test is not for me to prove to you that, woo, it's only perfect trades. No, because that's not the real world. That's a lie. I can't do that. What it is I am going to show you is that the more often you do this, the more you can remove yourself psychologically and emotionally away from the trades and just believe in the decisions that you're making. What was my belief system that I was using for this trade? Was that, boom, I'm going to take it from this level and I want TP at this level. If it doesn't give me that, fine. In real world trading, soon as it got to this level, okay, one or two things would have happened. Either I would have taken TP at this level, right, to make up for my loss over here with a little bit. So the loss over here was 9 pips. The right to this side is 20 pips, so I would have made an extra 10 pips. I could have run off with that, okay, or I could have waited for it to go up. I wanted it to go up higher, so obviously that was a loss. We've done the same thing over here as well. We had ample opportunities to take it, but we didn't take it. So the lessons that we take away from this is that A, you have to keep practicing your strategy. You must continue to practice your strategy, okay? It is super important that you do so because that's the only way you're going to improve. So so with all of that covered, my awesome people from all around the world, thank you for coming over to watch this backtest video. There will be more that I'll be releasing all throughout the days of this week because literally this whole weekend, right, am just backtesting. That's the only thing I do. Backtest, 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 backtest. When the week actually starts, then I'll be in the market for real, doing real trades, real everything, and the mistakes that I've learned about how I like to trade, I would have ironed those out, hopefully, right? And all the good practices that I would have picked up, I would then aim to implement them into the trades. So with all of that covered, right, if you haven't done so already and you found the video useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like, okay? And I will see you in the next video, which will be very, very soon. So for now, this is Pips and Points signing out.